Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Vanda Faren. For those of you all who are joining me here for the first time, welcome to my channel. It is lovely to have you here. And for those who are already subscribed, oh my god, I apologize. I know I have been gone for a long time. I took a break around the time that my daughter had exams because I kind of work a lot and I wanted to make sure and be there for her. So I took a break to do that, and after exams, I honestly do not know what happened. I just became I'm not sure what the word is, but I'm always going to be very honest here on this channel. And I became, I would say, a bit stagnant. There were days where I was like, I want to do a video. What should I talk about? I felt like I would pray about this and nothing will really come to me. And the reason why I started this channel in the first place was because God led me to start this channel and talk about things that I have been through as a person, as a single mom, and how I have overcome those things with Him in a way to bring encouragement and inspiration to others, right? And not just in the aspect of being a single mom, but from the aspect of being, just a person who got saved, who changed their life around, who started to live for Christ, who is learning every single day and making mistakes every single day. And, it's a journey and it's a process. And I mean, even in the hard times, I enjoy it because it is so necessary. And I say that in all my videos. It is so necessary to walk with Christ and to just, give yourself the opportunity to learn and to grow and all of these things, right? However, happy June. And I was like, there is no way I am going to let June get away from me, and then there's another month that I don't make a video or I'm not consistent. So I apologize from the bottom of my heart for being so inconsistent. I started off strong, and I started to post videos every Sunday, and that was my thing. And then life happened, and there are so many different things that has happened for the time that I was gone. There were difficult times, and there were actually really good times as well throughout that time. And it started off by me saying, okay, let me focus on my daughter and her exams in this time. And then after that, I just felt like we needed a break. So we did go on vacation to just kind of relax from all the studying and all the worrying and everything. And honestly, when I came back from vacation, I was just so, I don't know, like I was in like this slumber. I was just like in this stagnance where I was just so comfortable. And I think that that can be so dangerous if we do not pay attention to it. And I don't necessarily have anything specific to talk about today. Like usually when I come on here, I have a specific video to talk about, or I talk about like, something that the Lord placed on my heart. I don't have that today, honestly. I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you all know that I'm gonna be back on. I may not be posting every Sunday like I do, but what I am planning to do to make sure that I stay consistent is try to post as much as I can, even if it's just really short words of encouragement or inspiration or whatever the Lord places on my heart every morning in prayer, or even midday or in the evening when I'm on my way home. Whatever it is, I'm trying not to make this a formula. This channel is not a formula. It's just my way of reaching other people, because I always say you just never know what someone is going through. Throughout different times in my life where I've been through so many different things, it was YouTube videos that gave me encouragement. People who were talking about their stories and the way they overcame different situations. And honestly, it really helped, right? Not everybody wants to go to someone else and tell them about what they're going through, especially when you feel that because they are not going through the same thing, they may not be able to relate or give you advice. Also, there are not many people that actually have somebody else to talk to. And then there is the fear of talking to someone or confiding in someone, and then they tell someone else, and it just turns out to be embarrassing. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos over the years, and that brought me closer to Christ. And I've learned so much on YouTube. I've learned how to read the Bible, I've learned how to study the Bible, and these are things I'm still working on personally. But I cannot say that YouTube was not a great help for me. And because of that, I just want to pay it forward. You know what I mean? I know everybody's story is different, and maybe somebody is out there that went through what I went through or is going through what I'm going through. Maybe somebody is out there, a 38-year-old single mother like me, a Christian single mother, and maybe you're just trying to, learn how to cope with a situation or how to cope with a child or children, or just how to prioritize God in the time of chaos, or because being a parent, it's busy, and having a job and all of these things, sometimes it's busy, and we can fall into that, that culture of being so busy we don't get time to sit with God. But it's priority, and it is a priority where you have to prioritize that time. If it's 10 minutes every morning, if it's 10 minutes every lunchtime, if it's part of your lunch, no matter what, because God is definitely what we need. And I think without his direction, without his knowledge and the wisdom that he gives so freely, if we don't seek it and if we don't make ourselves available to receive from him, I think we could miss out so much. And I am not saying this to shame anyone or to condemn anyone that does not do this, because if I'm being honest, I'm coming out of a season right now of being very stagnant. So for the time that I've been gone, it was like a kind of roller coaster, and it happened so quickly. Like the time flew so fast, because it started off with me just taking some time to spend with my daughter through exams. Then exams was finished, we went on vacation, we came back, and I do not know, like I cannot tell you how time just passed me by, and everything just kind of became very stagnant, and I felt like I started to become so undisciplined. Like, like where did my discipline go? Like, I was just always tired, I'm always sleepy. Like, I don't know if this has happened to anybody else, but sometimes I feel the more rest you get is the more rest you feel like you need. So I feel like, I don't know if that falls into the saying where too much of anything is not good. And I just felt like I just started to get, stagnant physically, stagnant mentally, stagnant emotionally, then, I stagnant spiritually, where, I wasn't reading my Bible all the time. And if I do read it, I felt so disconnected. And even when I worship, I felt disconnected. And I was going to church, and then Sunday that I didn't end up in church, and then I was in and out. Like I would go to church on Sunday, and then I'll miss the next Sunday. Then I'll go to church on Sunday, and that was never me. And then I was like, no way, I need to stop this. I am definitely kind of spiraling, and I don't know where it's coming from, but I just need to do better. I need to get back on board with what is required of me, and that is to sit in the presence of the Lord, listen to what he has to say, and try my best to, become more disciplined in my daily walk. And if this is you, if you are in this season, if you are going through this, I just want to tell you that you are not alone. I'm here, I'm going through it as well. But today is June 1st, and the first of every month gives me so much hope and so much joy, because I always feel like it is the start of a new chapter. It's the start of something new. Don't worry about what you would have missed and wasting time and all of these things. I always say that you cannot change yesterday, but you can do better for tomorrow. So, God is the God who redeems time. And once you trust and believe in that, I believe that nothing was really missed, but there is always better to come. So just take accountability, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I am trying to take accountability for becoming very uninterested and disconnected, and try to intentionally get back to that place of worship and studying the Word and sitting in the presence of the Lord and just allowing God to guide me into this next season. I feel like if June is going to be a really good month. I don't know why, but I hope that I'm right. This year has had a lot of ups and downs, but it has had a lot of good ups. So the ups definitely outweigh the downs, and I'm super grateful for that. And hopefully soon I'll get to share what some of those things are. I'm still getting accustomed with putting myself out there. Some of my stuff some of my stories or my situations are really personal, and I don't really feel led to share some of them as yet. But one day I'm hoping that one day I will be able to share different parts of my story, because I know it will definitely help somebody else. And yeah, so this video was just to reconnect, to let you all know where I am, to let you all know that I'm coming back. As I said, I may not be doing videos on just Sundays, because sometimes I realize, like, if it is I just try to do a video on a Sunday, just things just get so busy sometimes I can't, and then if a Sunday reach and I am not able to do it, I feel horrible. So I'm just trying to do a video as much as I can, as soon as I get a word or as soon as I feel led. Like, I'll just pop it on and do it one time. I think sometimes we overthink. I am very guilty of overthinking. I overthink everything to the point where I think it's a problem, but pray for me. So I think sometimes we overthink to the point where, you see all these people on YouTube and all these influencers, and you think you have to look a certain way, and you have to have the right equipment, you have to have a microphone, and you have to do all these things. And that can play on your mind a bit. I don't have any of those things. I mean, maybe soon, maybe one day, am I planning on, improving these things that I have for better sound and better lighting and all these things? Absolutely. However, that is not the goal of why I have this channel. It's to reach people. It's to let people know about Christ. It's to make sure that people do not feel alone in whatever they're going through, and just bring inspiration every day. And because of that, I think that it will be fine to just do little videos here and there without me worrying about my background, where I am, if I'm, in my office, if I'm in my car, if I'm in my home. I always try to do videos a particular place because I'm studying the background and all these things. I'm not doing that, because I think sometimes that could deter us away from doing what we are called to do. So I'm not going to focus on those things. I'm not going to allow it to become a distraction, because if I do, I may not end up doing a video at all. So I think that is it. I just pray and hope that you all have been really well. Even though I was not on, I have been praying for you guys. I appreciate every single subscriber, and even those people who probably have seen it and have not subscribed. I'm just happy. I'm just glad. My heart is full that you would have seen a video, you would have liked a video, you would have resonated with a video. That is the point, right? So thank you all for your continuous support, for still being here. I checked my subscribers and I was on 103, and I was so grateful, because I felt like I disappeared for a little while, and I was like, I wondered if I was just gonna get uninterested and leave. But you all didn't leave, and that really, 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 like, warmed my heart. Like, I'm so grateful that you all stayed. And again, I apologize for being inconsistent, and I pray and hope that I will not be inconsistent again. And I hope you all could forgive me. I pray and hope that you all are doing well, that God is really moving mightily in your lives and in your situation. I will definitely continue to pray for you all. If you have specific prayers, please comment below. Let me know if you want me to pray for anything specifically. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay blessed, and remember to stay filled up, because you can never pour from an empty cup. Until next time, bye guys.